me that she good, she don't need Jack now. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Jones is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught at the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 23-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he really...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Haskins will throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they try the right side here. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's out right at the 25.
Good. Boy, someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
First down, Washington.
On first down, Gibson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Now Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. To Steven Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first.
Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Giants.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Now a toss going left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Yards to go.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. Shows his strength at the 50. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 82 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. 6 yards left on 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man here, Sims, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
The play is a turnover on downs.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Jones now on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Flush to his right. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, it's Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On second down now. It's Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Now it's Haskins, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Giants 25, Washington 20.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
Tackle made by Matt Ioannidis. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing, Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, a lot of...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points. But that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And now they'll await the final